what? Oh, dermaplaning. Isn't that for your nose hairs? Wait, it's for your eyebrows. Cut. Okay, clearly there are a lot of questions on what dermaplaning is and what it isn't. In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly what dermaplaning is, how I do it, and how I love how it makes my skin feel afterwards. Now you might be thinking that it's like other videos and you're shaving your skin, which it's true, but I actually don't do it to shave my skin. I do it to shave off all the peach fuzz and hair off my skin so that my makeup looks really smooth and my face just looks really clean as I put my makeup on. I don't really fall into the traditional dermaplaning category, and I don't really promote it because I feel like it can actually disrupt your skin's natural way of healing itself and actually cause you to age a little bit sooner. But I do like to use it as a way of shaving off my skin, and you can do it in the comfort of your own home and not have to go anywhere. Hi, I'm Susie from Girl Gone Green, and I'm so excited that you're watching this video. If you haven't tuned in before, I talk all things natural living all the time, from natural beauty to natural home and natural baby. We are talking all things natural right here. So be sure to hit the subscribe button if you haven't, and make sure you hit the bell notification next to it. You'll be notified first of all my new videos as they roll out. Also, if you haven't started following me on Instagram, what are you doing? Check out @GirlGoneGreen and follow me as I talk all things natural living all the time there too. I'm demonstrating products all the time on Instagram stories and giving you the latest up to date on all that's happening on my blog too. So what is dermaplaning? Dermaplaning is where they take a surgical scalpel and they basically remove dead skin and peach fuzz as they stroke it along your cheek. It typically takes about 30 minutes a session, and people usually get it done from anywhere from like the average of 6 weeks, maybe a little less, to 4 weeks, and some will even wait up to 8 weeks to do it. It's usually around like $75 to $100 a session to get it done. As I mentioned, I don't really promote doing dermaplaning as you might traditionally think of it. I don't promote removing dead skin all the time or overexfoliation. I think that our society in general likes to kind of lean towards overexfoliation, and it has more holistically minded, and as I approach my skincare more holistically, I really don't propose you constantly be removing dead skin from your face. Not only can it age your skin quicker, but it also can affect the acid mantle and your moisture barrier, which really affects everything when it comes to your skin and can cause a lot of problems, from acne to hyperpigmentation and just different things that you don't want to happen to your skin. I really just like shaving my skin to remove the hair. I've always had a little bit of peach fuzz along my sideburns and along my upper lip, and I just think it looks so much better when it's a little bit smooth. And you can do it in the comfort of your home, which is the best thing, and save a ton of money. So I'm actually gonna show you how I do it. I'm gonna strip down all my makeup and show you guys how it's done from start to finish and what I like to have on hand as far as products. So the first question that I've been getting a lot as an esthetician, from you guys especially, is what is dermaplaning and how do you do it? So I'm gonna actually show you how I dermaplane today. I really like to call it more of shaving your skin, and that's how I use it and really what I use it for. I'm not a huge fan of dermaplaning in general because I think it can really disrupt your skin's natural acid mantle and really disrupt the natural moisture barrier, which when that happens, you can cause a lot of problems. And I think in the long term, our skin wasn't meant to be really exfoliated all the time. I think we over exfoliate these days, from dermaplaning to mechanical exfoliants such as scrubs. We do enzyme peels, we do chemical peels. There's so much going on with our skin these days, and sometimes you can actually cause more problems than do good. I think really skin starts from within. It starts with what you're putting in your body. It also starts with your mind, your emotions. There's so much at play. And dermaplaning is nice as an added bonus as far as removing your hair and just getting off the peach fuzz so your makeup goes on smoother. But I don't advise to constantly be dermaplaning. I think that in the long run, it actually can do more harm than good in my experience. But I do it once a month just to remove my facial hair. And that's really just because I want my makeup to look really smooth and it to look really nice. Some people do say though that removing the hair can actually cause problems too, because the hair is meant to protect your skin and it helps like whisk away oil. But for me, I found it's okay. I don't have acne prone skin. If you do have acne prone skin or sensitive skin, I don't recommend doing this just because I found a lot of people with acne skin actually can cause more harm. They can, you know, shave their skin and then the bacteria is everywhere and really can spread all across their skin. Also, those who have sensitive skin like rosacea or eczema, I don't recommend either because it can cause a lot of redness, especially if your skin tends to just get pink when anything touches it or any sort of aggravation. This is by no means, it doesn't hurt when you do it. It doesn't even feel like much, but I still don't recommend you doing it unless maybe you are under a trained professional and they are removing the hair for you. If you are wanting to dermaplane for whatever reason, I would definitely make sure you go and see a trained professional because they're going to have an actual scalpel that they use. It's a metal scalpel. They switch out the blades each time and they're trained to do that. But again, I don't recommend that per se. I don't think that it's a long-term huge benefit to your skin. I think you can do it at home with just the ones that you buy on Amazon, which I'll show you. And it works great just to remove the hair. And it's more for a cosmetic for me. It's not really like a skin treatment that I like to do on a consistent basis. I really just use it to remove my hair and make my makeup look smoother, and that's why I love it. So I'm gonna show you guys step by step how I do it at home and what products I use to remove my hair. So this is the product that I use. It's called Tinkle, and I get them from Amazon. They are literally actually for your eyebrows. They call them an eyebrow shaver, but I love them because they work great for my facial hair on my face. They're not too sharp and they don't cause any irritation. I'm not even really red after I do it or anything. I just use a new one each time I do it. Like I said, I do this once a month, so I'm not going through these all the time. I might do my lip like maybe twice a month, just depending on how fast it grows, but I don't do any sort of like sideburn hair or neck hair more than once a month. So this is what I use. You can get these on Amazon for I think like $4 for a 3-pack or 4-pack. It's really inexpensive and cheap. So the first thing you want to do when you are getting ready to shave your skin is you want to make sure your skin is completely cleansed and clean. I think doing this at night is great because you're not going to go anywhere right away after you shave your skin. So if you do have a little redness, it's going to probably subside by the morning. So cleanse your skin, and then after that, I actually like to put some sort of light oil on my skin. Some people don't like to put oil and actually like to do it on dry. Personally, I don't. I like to use a little bit of oil. I love using Sky Organics rosehip oil. This is just a really basic antioxidant-rich oil. I'll just put a few drops into my hand, and then I just rub it on my skin wherever I might be getting rid of unwanted hair. I find this gives me like a little bit of slip and just really helps make my skin feel a little bit, I guess, hydrated really. And so it's not like scraping against the razor. That's just my personal preference and what I like to do. I find it goes a little bit smoother overall. You don't need a ton, just a little bit, and it really feels nice. So I also like to have a towel on hand because I do find that you do get a little bit extra peach fuzz and hair on your scalpel, and you want to make sure you can just like wipe it off on the towel like this. It's really nice just to be able to quickly get the excess hair off and then keep going. So when I hold the shaver, I actually like to hold it at a 45-degree angle, and I go up with it. There's been some different talk about going up or down when you shave your face. Personally, I like to go up to make sure I get all of the hairs. I've never gotten an ingrown hair or anything like that. This is just peach fuzz. It's not like hair on my legs per se. That's a little bit more harsh. And I find it just works better. Like you get a smoother consistency overall, and it just really feels like it gets all of that hair. I'm not pressing super hard. The blade really does everything. And you don't need to press really hard because like there's a blade right here. So just be gentle on yourself and your skin. So I actually already did this section right here. I did this probably like a couple days ago, but I wanted to show you guys a little bit just so you know how to use it and where I typically shave. So I will shave literally kind of like right up into my sideburns and like right down here. And then right along my neck, I get some peach fuzz right here too. And then I will shave my lip. Like I said, I do this twice a month usually. And then I'll shave over here the same area. So I'm kind of getting everything. And then a little bit right here on my chin, I'll get a little bit extra hair. I also will go in between my eyebrows. I always pluck my brows because I have dark brows, but then sometimes I get a little extra fuzz right here. So I'll do that, and then I'll do like right above my brow right here as well. So it just looks really nice and crisp and clean for my brows and like makes them stand out really nicely. So what I'm gonna do is I'll show you guys, I would just literally go up like this, and you can kind of hear a little something, but you would just literally take it. I'm barely pressing any pressure at all, and I just go up with it to remove the hair. Again, this is not something I do for really removing my skin. It's purely just to remove my hair mainly. And then I like to make sure all my sideburn hair is tucked away like this. That way I'm not getting actual hair. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start out and I'm just gonna show you guys. I left a little bit of the hairs right here so you can see how far up I go and how I just give a really crisp line. I do have like a little bit of sideburn hair that comes down and neck hair like I said, and I like that to look really crisp and clean. So I'm just gonna go up with it a little bit. Sometimes I will go down and change directions if I need to. Just wiping off any of the excess. And then sometimes I might use a towel too just to wipe off any as well. Okay, so that's really where as far up as I'll go as far as my sideburn hair. And then down here, I would have gone more just to really get rid of any sort of extra peach fuzz that I had right here, which I already got the other day. It was a lot. But it's really smooth now, as you can see. When I put my makeup on, it will just look super nice and clean and just kind of not look like there's powder or makeup hanging onto the hairs. So I'll show you guys that once I'm completely done with my makeup. And then as far as my lip, I would do the same thing. I really start at the top of my nose. Okay, for my lip section right here, I'm actually gonna go down with it instead of against the hair. I'll go down. I find it's just easier in my lip section. Do what works for you, but for me, I find it like just going down really gets them a little bit more. I already did this the other day, but as you can see, it feels really smooth, it looks really smooth, and just by going down with it, it helps so much get all those little hairs. For me, what I've noticed is sometimes I will go against the grain and sometimes I won't, depending on the angle and what feels better. I'm not doing this for dermaplaning purposes as far as really getting that exfoliation of the skin. It's really just for hair removal, so I don't mind as much, but do what feels most comfortable for you. Then I'll also go in between my brows, like I mentioned. I really just go up with it, just to get all of the excess. And that's really it. So I just do the sideburn area, my lip area, a little bit along my chin, and then I'll do my brows just to give them like more of a defined look. And then I'm done. Just for removing hair. It's really simple, really easy. It takes me maybe 5 minutes once a month to do this. Again, I might do my lip a couple extra times during the month. It goes a little bit quicker, but for the most part, that's how I do my whole face. It's really simple. You might get a little bit pink afterwards, but not really. As I mentioned, don't do this if you have sensitive skin or acne-prone skin. You don't want to cause more aggravation than you might already have. I do really like shaving my skin over getting waxed or threaded because I find it's a lot less irritating. I don't get ingrown hairs. When you wax your skin, you're actually really pulling the pores even more and stretching them. So as you do it over time, the more you do it, the more you're stretching your pores and actually creating bigger pores. So I find really shaving is the best option. I used to get my lip wax and I would get irritated. I would always break out, and I find most people do. So just shave instead. You can even use one of these for your brows if you want to underneath, if you find you don't like plucking. I'm okay with plucking, but this might be a great option if you do find you are just a little bit wheezy when you pluck your brows or you just don't like the feeling. But this is great for really getting all of those peach fuzz hairs around your brows and making them look really smooth. If you guys like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. I would love to see what you want to hear more of, so make sure you leave me a comment letting me know what videos you want to see more of. Again, if you don't follow me on Instagram, be sure to follow me at Girl Gone Green and hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet. Be sure also to hit that bell notification. You'll be notified of all the videos to come. I can't wait for next week. I have so many awesome new videos and content planned for 2020. It's gonna be so good.